Hear that? Hear that nasty buzzing string sound that makes your whole guitar sound broken? Well, if you've ever thought about quitting the guitar just because everything sounds wrong, you're not alone. This is the first episode of my series, Before You Quit Guitar, and today we're kicking it off with the #1 beginner frustration, and that is buzzing strings. But most beginners blame themselves, therefore they think, maybe I'm just not cut out for this, but the real issue is that it isn't you, it's your fretting technique. So therefore, once you tweak a few small things, the dead and the buzzing notes disappear just like that. And today I've got 3 quick hacks that'll help fix those buzzing notes and fast. Before we dive in, I'd like to ask you to hit that like and subscribe button. It costs you nothing. I love putting these lessons together for you, but it definitely helps me to know how many people are interested in the content and where I can shape the content in the future. Let's get going. Hack #1, press closer to the fret. You press the string down, it's still buzzing, but most beginners try to press harder, thinking more pressure is the solution. Therefore, your hand gets tense, your fingers get hurt, and your hand gets tired, and that note still buzzes. But the real problem isn't the pressure, it's where you're pressing. Therefore, I want you to press right behind the metal part, not on the metal part, right behind it, not in the middle of the fret space. This actually makes it easier to play because it requires less effort to get a sound. It gives you a much cleaner sound instantly. Let's try it. So if we take our first finger here at the first fret of the first string, and we hold the note down, and we angle our hand slightly, bringing it closer to the fret, not on the fret, but closer to the fret, you'll start to see that when you play that note, in the middle it's buzzy, but on the edges of it, closer to the metal part, much clearer. But even when you press in the right spot, you can still get that buzz if your finger angle is wrong, and that's what we're going to fix next. Hack #2, arching the fingers and getting the right angle. Now, you might be pressing close to the metal fret now, but if your fingers are collapsing or laying flat, you're going to block the other strings or cause partial muting of other notes. Therefore, your chords and your scales will still sound bad and possibly still buzz, even though your placement is correct. But when you arch your fingers, everything changes. Therefore, the strings ring out clear and other notes stay untouched. Let's talk about what an arch is. So think about your finger kind of making more like a C shape, but flipped on the neck of the guitar just like that. Now, when we focus our finger into an arch, what we're doing is we're concentrating all the energy we need into the very, very tip of the finger. And it looks like this on the guitar. We'll start here on the second string, first fret. And when we're arching, we're going to make that little C shape, making sure that the very tip of our finger is playing. And when you do that, you're going to concentrate all of that energy into the note, and you'll reduce the buzzing sound. But pressing close to the metal part and also arching your finger still may not be enough to get clear notes. And that's why in hack #3, we're going to fix how you hold the guitar neck all together. Hack #3, don't squeeze the neck so hard. Let's talk about your grip on the guitar. Now, most beginners think that a tighter grip equals better control. Therefore, they squeeze way too hard and wear their hands out and still get that buzzing sound. But you don't need as much strength from your wrist as you think you do. You need more control from the bicep. Let's think about that a little bit. So, when we're holding down a note, it does take a few different parts of the arm to make this note sound. It takes a little bit of squeezing, which comes from the wrist. And did you know that most of it can come from the bicep? So try not to squeeze as hard as you pull. To demonstrate this, I'm going to hold down the C chord, I'm going to lift my thumb away from the neck, which keeps me from squeezing the neck, and I'm just going to pull. Alright, now in reality that's not how we're going to play. We're going to think about it as if it's sort of the 80-20 rule. 80% of the strength should come from pulling and 20% should come from squeezing. Now, there are times when it's not you, it's not your playing, it's the guitar. High action, uneven frets, or a bad setup can cause a buzz no matter how well you play and how many hacks you have down. Therefore, if nothing's working, I recommend that you have it checked out and have a qualified technician set up your guitar. You're definitely going to hear the difference if your guitar is not set up. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I do recommend you check out this video over here after watching this one. I appreciate you tuning in today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson, and happy practicing.